حسب
يجي State Department ثلاثة ملفتي يا سيدنا أختنبب.
This letter was written to the State Department. What would it take for the international community to intervene on behalf of the people of Eritrea? Citizen prisoners in a country accelerating toward a civil war. Since 2001, the brutal dictatorship of Isaias Afwerki, of the sole political party, the PFDJ, and the reckless militarism of state violence and regime have plunged the country deeper into economic depression, human rights abuse, and political tyranny. UN Secretary Council Resolution 2023 recognizes the negative influence Eritrea political actions having in the regime. But more needs to be done to advance meaningful change in Eritrea before random incarceration, torture, and the mass exodus by generations of Eritreans seeking freedom and opportunity is replaced with all out of civil war. The signs are clear. Eritreans' descent is accelerating, and without serious engagement by the international community, the results will be horrific. Consider the following. Eritrea has no free press. All private media was shuttered in 2001, and independent journalists are either detained or have fled. The state monopoly on information and media allows the government to mislead, provoke, and deceive the general public on any number of issues to suit their political goals. Political fractures are evident. Recent events culminating in the protests by military units in the Ministry of Information reflect the reality that dissent within the military is growing. Since Eritrea's local government structure is now essentially a reflection of the military's heavily armed main, the divisions with commanding generals functioning as warlords. This discord protrudes violence, fragmentation. Eritrea is heavily armed at a household level. Recently, the government required that all Eritreans aged 16 or older report to their local municipal offices and collect a firearm, AK-47 and ammunition. Even individuals not currently in active military duty are obligated to do so. This is more than just reckless policy. This is calculated step by the president and his increasingly besieged elite to pit average citizens against fractions of the military in the event of Cope Diatate. But simply, the president is content to see Eritrean citizens kill each other and their forcibly conscripted peers in the military before adopting a constitution allowing for freedom of speech or making any matter of democratic concession. The people of Eritrea have endured more than their fair share of pain. The magnitude of their suffering, reborn under the current regime, may not make international headlines or draw the immediate substantive condemnation of the international community, but it should. Eritreans in the diaspora are committed to democracy and the protection of human rights in Eritrea. We call on the United States, the United Nations, and the international community at large to help advance this agenda by stiffening sanctions, including against member states who continue to provide critical resources to the dictatorship, pursuing legal action against key individuals and the ruling elite through the international courts, and by drawing more attention to the urgent humanitarian crisis emanating from within Eritrea. The time for collective action to promote democratic change in Eritrea is now, not after a civil war erupts, not after thousands of civilians are caught up in violence or bloodshed. This should not be what it takes for the world to pay attention. We need it now. Sincerely, the Coordinating Committee, Eritrean Community.
الو እቶም ስምኩም ተጻሕፍኩም ግጥምታት ክተንብቡ ናብዚ ናይ ቅድሚት ንዑ ብስምኩም